Hey everybody, it's me, Maria Womack, your lovely host and your lovely friend, here to talk to you again. I hope that you've been doing good. I've been doing pretty well myself, I suppose, not doing horrible. Maybe last time we spoke, I was feeling very emotional. Understandable, I would assume you understand. But yeah, highs and lows, know what I mean? Right now, I'm not feeling too manic high, not feeling too manic low. I'm feeling pretty, normal, pretty standard, pretty run of the mill, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's see what there is to talk about today. I've been thinking about how, I grew up in the South, and for a long time, and maybe even still today, there's this stigma that being Southern is not cool. It's not the thing to be. People think that being Southern is stupid, that people are stupid, that they're maybe outdated, that they're, behind on things, that they're ignorant, that they're hillbilly, redneck, whatever. So, because of this stigma, maybe throughout my life, I have tried to revert against things that may make me seem more Southern. I don't really have a Southern accent where people are always very surprised that I am from the South. I am Southern at heart, and I'm a Southern gal. Now you know. Another thing that I've tried to revert against is the use of the word y'all. I really trained myself not to say y'all. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I don't have to say it like country. You could say y'all and not sound country. And what is wrong with sounding country anyway, y'all, I think, is the way to go. Because instead of saying y'all, what was I saying? I was saying you guys. And, today especially, you guys is not really a politically correct thing to say. And I'm not even saying that in a way that's complaining. I'm saying that in a way of I don't want to say you guys anymore. I think I want to revert back to saying y'all. I think y'all is the way to go, It's it's more gender inclusive. I want to stop saying dude. I want to stop saying bro, which I would say dude a lot, and I say bro a lot, and that's cool and stuff. But then I think depending on who I'm around, that it's not okay. And I wouldn't want, maybe I'm around somebody who wants to present more feminine and is worried, maybe it's an insecurity of theirs that they present more masculine and they want to present more feminine, or maybe just more non-binary. And if I'm going around saying you guys or dude or bro in front of them, I wouldn't want them to take offense to it or make them feel that that insecurity intensify, if I could help it, you know what I mean? And maybe for a while I was I would say, dude, and I would say, bro, and then I'd be well, if someone's offended by that, that's just not what I mean. That's just not my intention. But if I could help someone not feel bad about themselves or how they're presented, I should do that, So that is why I'm going to start saying y'all now. And I wanted to maybe start with that because I'm going to start saying y'all, and it's maybe not going to be so natural for me. But, and I might sound a little bit more country and more Southern like I am at heart. But, I just think that's actually the cooler way to be, the more gender inclusive way to be. And This stuff as far as like getting gender and pronouns and getting the way people want to be presented as far as that correctly has not always come gracefully, has not always come easy for me. It's something that I'm working on all the time. But I think as long as I am working on it, then I think that makes it good, I still mess up sometimes. Like I might still say dude, or I might like get someone's pronoun wrong, but like as long as someone corrects me, or as long as, I correct myself right away, which I usually would, like maybe I'll call someone he when it's really they, and, I'll correct myself all the time. I still mess things up, but I have the intention to correct myself and say things the right way, because it's love for everybody. It's love for everybody. And yeah, I just want to make people around me feel comfortable. And I don't want to bring out people's insecurities, even if it's on accident. I just want to like be the best version of myself and make others feel like the best versions of themselves. So yeah, I just don't want to make anybody feel bad. So now that's why it's all y'all now. Okay? It's all y'all. No dude anymore. I guess unless I just know for sure that I'm like specifically talking to a dude because I know his pronoun is he. But if I'm just around like a group of people, it's going to be y'all. Just think about that a little bit. If you maybe were scared about sounding too Southern or like too country, like I was, and you wanted to revert very hard against that, give it a second thought. I think y'all is the way. Y'all is the way. So I hope all y'all are doing great out there. It's not that bad. It doesn't sound so bad. I think it sounds cool. Yeah, it does sound cool. What else is going on? So, I just got back from a very exciting event that I was looking forward to for quite some time, like months. Like even before it was announced, it was like being talked about and stuff, and then it was finally announced, and then there was months to wait for it. But it was this event in my hometown, Panama City, called Summerfest at Mosey's, one of my favorite bars back in my hometown. And it was basically this all-day festival of like DIY bands, local and from all far, like from all around the country, really, which is awesome. Just like local bands and touring bands and stuff like that. So basically, it was like a gathering of like all of my friends. I have a lot of friends in the DIY scene, which is beautiful. I'm so proud of them all. Shout out Wax, shout out Possession 1981, shout out Blind Tiger, shout out Little Purple Zombie, shout out Memory Door, new band that I saw. Well, I don't know how new they were, but I saw them live for the first time, and they were really cool. So many people. Reunion of Feral Lux, shout out Feral Lux forever. That was a pretty big deal. And yeah, so many other bands. I think there was like 27 bands. It was an all-day thing from morning to night. Music nonstop. And I think because there was a bunch of like bands that everybody loved throughout the years, it was, like I said, a gathering of like so many friends. When I was thinking about it and anticipating it before, it was like almost overwhelming. People that I haven't seen in years, and also people that I know like on the internet, which can sometimes be scary. Not scary like, but like scary as in like, I don't know what to expect. First of all, with the friends that you haven't seen in years, sometimes you don't really know like how to go about running into someone you haven't seen in a while. I used to go about it differently where like maybe I would rely on someone to come up to me more, or I would never know what people thought of me or if they like changed their mind about me throughout different eras of our lives. I don't know if that makes sense. So I kind of would just like be more standoffish. Even people that I know and they know me. I also have this idea, or I used to have this idea that maybe someone I knew like forgot who I was. So I would try to avoid that embarrassment of me being like, hey, and then being like, who are you? Which doesn't make any sense. Like, of course they would remember me. Not trying to make that weird, but like, I just don't forget people, so like, why would they forget me randomly? Especially if you like have a relationship with somebody, as far as like a friendship, people remember you. So now I kind of just like, I'll be the first one if I have to like give a big wave and be like, hey. I try to be better about like saying people's names, being like, hey, your name. I think it just makes people feel special. But anyway, yeah. No weirdness on that part. I just said I hated everybody I knew. So many people. I think the scarier part for me is like the friends on the internet thing, because like you can have somebody on that you follow each other on Instagram, but like you never know, like, first of all, if they're gonna like make that connection that's you. I have this like idea in my head, and this is like a current idea. This is not an old idea. This is like what I think currently of like, okay, we follow each other on Instagram, but like maybe they see me in real life and like maybe I look different in real life, or they don't connect that person is me because like maybe I look different in the pictures. Maybe like I'm a total catfish, and that I just don't look how I present myself in like an Instagram world, Also on Instagram, you're like giving your best poses and like, I don't know, not like, you know what I mean? Like these selfies that we're posting on our Instagram are like, a picture or a few pictures of like 30, 40, 50, maybe I'm just fucking crazy, but like sometimes these posts that I post of myself, like the selfies that I post are, 3 pictures out of like so many pictures I took to get the right picture. And that's maybe not naturally how I might look to someone that might see me out. Also, I just don't have a clear idea of like what I look like sometimes. So in my head, there's a possibility that I'm a catfish. So I wouldn't want to like, go up to somebody that I know from online and be like, hey, and they're like looking at me like, who the fuck is this girl? And then I'm like, it's me, Bad Girl Mar. That's my Instagram name. And they're like, oh, like you look different. I don't know. That's like a worst case scenario, I guess. But yeah. And also too, like you don't really know, like, do these people I know from online want to be approached? Are they like maybe socially awkward in real life, or I'm going to mistake it for meanness or like unfriendliness, and maybe it's going to go bad and I'm going to have a different impression of them than I want to have. So sometimes I don't know how to go about it. And also I've met people too where I knew them online first and then I met them in real life and it just like wasn't what I expected, or like they were weird to me, I can't really explain what weird to me means right now, but I don't know. Or that they were just like not as friendly as I thought they'd be. Or they were just like full of themselves actually in real life and like not as real of a person as I would hope, or they didn't present that real side to me, at least in real life. And then it was like really hard to talk to them. So I don't know, just stuff like that. I was like, I don't know. Also, they're just like, there are still people online that are like intimidating to me, I guess. I think everyone experiences this where, especially like women, I suppose, or like more feminine presenting people in general. I don't know, or like into looks more, I guess, or get caught up in that a little bit more. So it's easy to get like intimidated by people. But I don't know. As far as that went, it went really fucking well, actually. I had great experiences with like meeting people from online in real life at Summerfest. There was this one person that I finally got to meet, and I didn't really know if like they would make that connection. It's like one of those things where like, oh, this person's like super hot, super cool, and like I don't know if they're gonna like make the connection that I'm like that person that they also follow. I don't know. That's weird of me. That's really weird. I wish I like didn't have that insecurity. But yeah, I was like we met and like exchanged names and like the hi in person, and they like stood up and like gave me a hug, and when they were like, "Oh my God, I feel like I know you already." And we like hugged, and they were like, "It's so nice to meet you." And it was just awesome. Yeah. It made me feel really good, made me feel really warm and like more comfortable. So that was really nice. Yeah, just like so great. That really took a lot of my worries away. And like they had friends too that I met for the first time. We exchanged socials, and I also made new friends, which was really cool. And it was just a friendly time. I feel like everyone was like happy and smiling, cracking up, like enjoying the music. It was just such a great time, and it was like everything I expected it to be. I saw friends that like I said, I haven't seen in years and probably won't see for like another few years. You never know, really, you know? We're like older, we live in different states now. We see each other less often, so whenever we can get together like this, it's super special. Um, yeah, shout out to also like all the people that were like just capturing memories there. My partner Javin was filming pretty much all day, so he got some pretty cool footage of like everybody. Shout out Taylor, shout out Hen for like taking pictures and stuff all day, taking cute pictures of me and everybody else that was doing way more cooler stuff than me. Yeah. Ah, gosh. I got so many cute pictures from that day of just like beautiful memories. And yeah, it was everything that I hoped it would be. One thing though, like I am in my sober era still, and I'm making it a goal to like be sober. Well, it's not a goal, like I will be sober for a year. And if I'm feeling even crazier, I might make it a goal to try to be sober for 2 years. Who knows? Just like health and personal boundaries within myself. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe we'll get more into that another day. But this was really my first social outing as a sober Sally gal. And I feel like that was like the ultimate test. Like I haven't really felt tempted to smoke or drink or do anything like that. But that's me just like living my life at home, in the comfort of just like being in my most peaceful setting. I feel like when I get in social settings that are outings, especially like, an event that I've been looking forward to for months, an event where like I'm going to be surrounded by all my friends, where I want to be like the best version of myself, which is like the most talkative, most outgoing version of myself, where I'm like showing off. When I say the best version of myself in this instance, what I really mean is just showing off the best components of my personality at once, which is a lot to ask of somebody. I used to feel like whenever I drank and I smoked weed, that I could like be that person a little bit more. And it's nice to like practice who I am without that. So this was like the ultimate test to see how that feels, because I do have that pressure to show off the best components of my personality in front of all of my friends and people that know me, of course. I feel like that's just what people want from me, even though maybe that's not the case. So yeah, I was able to do that without substance, which was nice. And of course I could this whole time, but you know, it makes me feel good that like I wouldn't, I don't need this stuff to do that. And people still enjoyed my company and all that stuff. I did feel a little bit more shy, not drinking and being crazy, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with shy. I still, talked a good amount, I think. If anyone thought I was being too shy or like felt like I didn't want to talk to them, I was just dead sober, and that's not how I usually am when I'm out. So maybe that was just like confusing. That's what the confusion was. I'm just trying to be healthy and take care of myself. But yeah, if people were like smoking, my friends were smoking, I'd be like, I'm going to stay inside. People were offering me to buy me drinks. I was like, no, thank you. Also, not vaping or like smoking cigarettes. If someone offered me their vape, I'd say, no, thank you, but thank you. Appreciate it. And I'm not downing people that like drink or smoke to have fun. That's totally cool. I think that stuff's fun as fuck. And you should have fun. You should have fun. This is just personally what I'm doing. And I feel like there have been times where I leaned on it too much and felt bad about leaning on it. Like it had a consequence of me feeling bad or me feeling ashamed. And that's personal. That is super personal. So yeah, everyone's doing something different. And this is just what I'm doing. This is just what I'm doing. And I feel like I've always been a little bit sober curious. So I am happy that I can explore that successfully. And like I said, I will be sober for a year. Maybe I might try 2 years if I'm feeling fucking bonkers, We'll see. We will see. So, trends, online trends. I don't know if you've noticed as much as I've noticed, but I've seen this thing online, predominantly on Instagram. I'm talking a lot about Instagram today. A lot of my life revolved around Instagram, I guess. Is that messed up? That's just the reality of it, I guess. I don't know. But it's true. And there's this thing that's like the NGL trend, which is like this app that you download and you share it on your story, where NGL, I guess, stands for not gonna lie. I'm kind of bad with the, what's it called? Why can't I think of the word? I'm bad at letters that stand for things. It's so obvious, but I can't think of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it stands for not gonna lie. And it's where you open an inbox basically for people to ask you like anonymous questions, which is like scary. Not that scary, but fun. It's not scary, but it is risky. And like you never know what you're gonna get, I guess, I try to resist it for a while because I hate looking like I care what people think, but I got bored and I was like, this is going to be fun. And I did it anyway because I was like, why not? I fell weak to it. I don't want to miss out on fun things. So I did it. I made a little account, a little NGL account. And so, yeah, I opened that door for anonymous questions, comments, constructive criticism. And I was like, please don't bully me. Because, we've had like little things very similar to this. There's always been online anonymous entry things where like, there was Formspring. And I feel like, yeah, Formspring was the same exact shit. And I did get bullied on that shit. People said some mean things to me. Nothing that I can come to mind right now, but I remember things that made me feel uncomfortable. And I was like, ugh. And I would obsess over it too back in the day. I would check it neurotically to see who would say something mean to me. God. I'm not that bad anymore. This was, just for fun. But, secretly, I do want to know if I didn't know who they were, what they would ask me. It's just a super curiosity thing, I guess. But really, I just got things like, people were complimenting me on the podcast, which is nice. Oh, also at Summerfest, people were coming up to me and complimenting me on the podcast. In-person compliments are wonderful, and that meant the world to me. Anyway, fast forwarding to the NGL shit. People complimenting me on the podcast, asking me like how to start their own. Someone asked me to be a guest on theirs, which please, I love being a guest. It takes the pressure off of me a little bit. And I would love to support your podcast. Yeah, I'll be on anyone's podcast. Well, I guess not anybody's, but most likely I'll be on your podcast. I had some questions about like sex work stuff, like advice for people that want to get into it. As far as like online, I suppose, because I was doing that for a little while. Someone asked me how tall I am. But that's pretty much it. I didn't have any like crazy questions, honestly. Some people said I was like cool, I guess. I say that like I don't believe them, but thank you. I should just say thank you. Yeah. And then I found out that like the app has automated questions. So basically questions that everybody was getting that weren't being asked by someone on your following list. They were just being thrown in there by like the app itself. Like I saw a lot of people getting asked like, who's your best friend? Which there's not someone that's like obsessed with who everyone's best friend is, obviously. But that was fun to answer, I guess. Or like, I saw a lot of people being asked like to name all their exes and stuff, which is weird. I don't know. I don't like the automated messages because it makes me feel like, because it's before I knew that they were automated messages that like everyone got. So I was like feeling like I was more popular and special than I was. Like I thought more people were wanting to ask me questions than reality pertained. And I don't like being fooled. I don't like being fooled. So yeah, it reminds me of like, the TBH trend, the to be honest trend, which this was like in Facebook days, honestly, where like what you had to do was you had to post a status that was like TBH comment. No, you like my post and I'm going to post on your wall, literally on your wall for everyone to see, your whole friends and your whole goddamn family. And I will post on your wall what I think of you truthfully. And I would always like people's statuses like that. Like it's very obsessive of like what people think of you. It's very indulgent in that. And I feel like that's not healthy. I don't know, especially when you're so young. Like I was like a teenager when the TBH thing was going around. And also, I remember one time I posted a TBH thing and I literally made a video for the majority of people that liked my status. Like, why was I making it so deep? So stupid. And maybe some of them were funny, but like seriously, to like make a video for every single person, that's a little deep. I was so embarrassing back then. And maybe I still am embarrassing in ways that I just don't realize right now. And maybe I'll realize later. That always happens. I always realize like a couple years in advance how embarrassing I was. But what they'll always say about me is that she always did what she wanted to do. Which I think was very sweet. One day, with the TBH thing, like seriously, back in high school, like more than a decade ago, I had this like history of like, I would be friends with a guy and their girlfriend or girlfriends, like girlfriend after girlfriend would like really hate me, really not like me. And that's not just like a I don't know what I did thing. It was, I had a problem with boundaries and like I was in denial if like a guy liked me too because like, I have this ugly duckling syndrome of like I didn't really get very cute or get male attention until I was in high school. So that was all kind of very new to me. So if a guy was flirting with me, I wouldn't exactly know it. Or I would pretend not to know because it felt good and I wanted attention because I never got male attention before. So yeah, a lot of my guy friend, stupid girlfriends didn't like me. And I remember one time for some stupid ass reason, one of the girlfriends of my friend, so how does this go? I liked her TBH status, yeah. So she wrote on my wall about what she thought of me. Why did I think that was going to be okay? Why? And like, I was actually naive enough to be like, this is okay. Knowing I had this trend of like girlfriends not liking me. Okay. So, I remember she like said all this positive stuff like, oh, you're so pretty, you're so cool, blah, 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 blah. The stuff you just say. And then at the end, she was like, but to be honest, I know what happened on 4th of July. What happened on 4th of July? And I was like, I remember hanging out with like, I guess I do remember hanging out with her boyfriend, dude. Or not dude. I remember hanging out with her boyfriend, y'all. And, but I don't remember like anything weird happening. I remember I hung out with him on 4th of July. But she made it seem like something really sketch happened. She made it sound like I literally had sex with him. And I did not have sex with him. I did not kiss him. I didn't do anything that was like cheating or anything. Like we just hung out because we were friends. And like maybe he had like a crush on me, but at this time I did not have a crush on him. It was just platonic on my end. I swear to God. And nothing physical happened. I swear to you. I swear on my mother's grave. And that was like the only time that I like thought, did I get fucking roofied or something? Like, you know what happened? I don't know what happened. Did something happen? Because I was just so like out of the blue, like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't really know. But he was a sketch guy. And I don't know. As far as I know, we watched fireworks, but I don't remember anything else. But if I was roofied, I would know, right? Like, I'd have a weird feeling waking up, being like, what happened? I don't know, but that was a mystery to me. And she was like, I know what happened on 4th of July. My mom probably read that because, like I said, it's like on Facebook for like your whole family to see. I was probably like, what the hell is this girl up to? Because at the time I was very sheltered and I was not allowed to do anything or go anywhere. So she's probably like, what did she do? What did she do? Oh my God, that's mortifying. What did I do? I don't know. I never asked her. I never asked her at all. But it's something that lately, now that I'm talking about this, I'm worried about. What happened? I don't know. Speaking of boyfriends and girlfriends and things from the past, I want to bring up something that may be kind of controversial, depending on who you're talking to, I suppose. But what do y'all think of being friends with your ex? I would like to normalize it for one and like make it okay. Because, maybe in some instances it's like taboo or like a lot of people are like, oh, you're friends with your ex? What? Like, that's so weird. But I feel like especially as I've gotten older and, we've all matured, I've been able to witness some beautiful friendships that are like people that are with their ex in just a super platonic way, but that's super loving. And like, why not? Like, are we supposed to just like erase these good memories and like all this nice stuff that happened? I mean, of course, if it ended horribly or if like there's ill feelings, but if you like end things on a mutual level or like you still have that respect for someone, are you supposed to just pretend like you don't? Like, I don't know. I don't really like that. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to pretend like there's someone that I want to be friends with and then I have to pretend that I don't want to be friends with them because they're my ex. You know what I mean? I feel like as long as you're being honest with your intentions, obviously if they're like trying to get with you or like they're trying to steal you away or like they're just trying to like fuck you, that's totally different. Like, okay, if that is the case, if ill intentions are there, then no, we can't be friends. But if intentions are good, then like, why not, sometimes you just have to like give things time as well, like I've seen people who are, they break up, they give it time, those ill feelings go away, and then you're able to reunite in a way where you guys are like just friends, and you also like grow up and like bad blood kind of, I guess, goes away and it's not a big deal anymore. Things that were a big deal are just like kind of diminished. Also, like I feel like people can like eventually own up to what they did wrong and they could have a discussion about it. And you could kind of come to this mature place of like, that's behind us and we can like actually be friends, And I don't know. I just don't like the idea of like erasing or having to pretend like you don't remember all these good things about a person, because like if you're in a relationship with somebody, there's more than like the romance to it. Of course, you like have this bond. And yeah, I don't think that you should like resist a friendship with a person that like you got along with because, oh, like they're my ex and that's taboo. Especially if you have a new like partner and they're like, you're trying to be respectful. I don't know. I feel like if my partner wanted to be friends with his ex, that would be totally cool with me. Maybe there was a point where that wouldn't be cool with me. But I was in my jealousy era, my super insecure era, and I'm not really a jealous person like that anymore at all. Like, at all. I don't worry about that at all. So, like, he could be friends with anybody he wants to. I wouldn't, like, keep him from, like, a friendship, even if it's with a girl or, like, a girl he's had romance with in the past. Like, I'm totally past that. If anything, I would encourage it. Like, you have special memories with this person, you have, like, you used to have a bond with them, like, yeah, just, like, go for it, just, like, you're allowed to talk to whoever you want to talk to. I don't know. I feel like even if these bonds can't work in a romantic way, I mean, obviously there's something there where, like, you have stuff in common and, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it takes reinventing a friendship. But for me, I feel like if I've loved somebody once, it's hard for me to unlove them today. If I've ever loved you, I'll always love you. Even if that love is like reinvented into a different kind of relationship, you know what I mean? Where the intentions are good, it's not romantic, where it's just like, I know you very well and you know me very well. And let's not waste this like relationship built just because our romance didn't work out. And I've mainly just been inspired by friends that I see successfully have great, strong friendships with their exes. And I just think that's so beautiful and cool. I just love it. It makes me really happy to see, like, I don't have to like stop being friends with my friend's ex because they broke up, because they're still friends. I could like still be friendly with them and not like pretend that you have to like break ties with these people over like broken relationships. I mean, obviously, if like something horrible happened and they prove themselves to be a horrible person, then yeah, don't be friends with your ex. But like, if it's just like something stupid or like it just didn't work out, why not stay friends or become friends again later, you know? Yeah. I really am only friends with like one of my exes, and that's it. All of them, I don't, there's some turned out to be horrible people. Okay. We're not going to be friends with them. No interest in being friends with them. Some of them, I just don't know where they are. We have different interests, whatever. The one ex that I have that I am friends with, I wasn't consistently friends with him. I feel like I wasn't friends with him for a while. And I've become friends with him again because he's like always fucking around somehow. And yeah, I don't know. It just took a reinventing of like more of a platonic relationship than a romantic one. And now that romance has been, that romance that like complicated things is removed, you could just focus on like what you have in common and like your bond and your like fun, silly memories together and enjoy like a simple, platonic, friendly only relationship, without the complications, and that's been nice, that's been very nice. I recently had a conversation with him where we were talking about like our fucking dads, which I thought was like kind of deep. And I was like, wow, this is nice. And also, like, while I was in a relationship with you, this is like 10 years ago, by the way. This is like, I was with him a very long time ago. But then in that relationship, I would have never been having this like valuable, deep conversation with you. Yeah. And now that we're just friends, we could like talk about this stuff more. And it's also a more valuable friendship and, almost just like more special too. That we have like gotten past all that stupid stuff and we could be friends like in a true way, that's totally innocent and nice and warm. But yeah, I guess, yeah, you're right. You can't really be friends with all your exes. So just choose that wisely. I don't know. I know a girl that's friends with all her exes. Not all ex-lovers, but all ex-boyfriends. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's just some stuff I've been thinking about. Some silly nonsense. And take it with a grain of salt or think about it for a while if you want to. Always know that you could hit me up if you want to talk about anything I talked about today, or if you just want to have a friend to talk to. And yeah, I'm always here. I'm always around. My messages are always open to you. And I love y'all so much. Okay. Bye-bye. Until next time, okay?